This is what Barca's candidates promise. Unique. Following the resignation of Josep Maria Bartomeu, FC Barcelona will hold a presidential election at the end of January. Around 2 months after the resignation of Josep Maria Bartomeu, the weeks of truth are approaching at FC Barcelona. On January 24th, the election of the new Barca president will take place. Candidates have until January 11 to collect signatures from club members. To be admitted to the election, there must be at least 2,257. There are currently 9 serious contenders for the post. According to Bild, a German newspaper, one of them is even said to be hot on the heels of Thomas Tuchel, who was recently sacked at Paris Saint-Germain. Victor Font, one of the favorites to succeed Bartomeu, wants to bring Xavi back to make him Barca's general manager, following the example of Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United. The 48-year-old plans to make Jordi Cruyff, the son of Barca icon Johan Cruyff, sports director if he wins the election. Speaking to El Nacional, Font revealed that he also wants to change the jersey sponsor. "We have a plan that is part of a more ambitious plan in the social area, which is to bring UNICEF back on the jersey." Font, who in the past had grandly announced his intention to sack Koeman, "If I become president, Koeman will no longer be coach," recently wrote back in this regard, "We have to give him the maximum confidence. If things go wrong with Koeman, Xavi will be the coach next year." The next candidate is Joan Laporta. He was already president of Barca from 2003 to 2010. Laporta wants to do everything he can to ensure that Messi stays. For this, the lawyer is not only willing to dig deep into his pocket. "What I want to give him back is his cheerfulness. It's not just a question of money. For that you have to put together a competitive team," Laporta told Radio Marca and Cope. The 58-year-old also revealed recently that he is in contact with Matteo Alemanni, ex-Valencia sporting director, about a possible commitment. "There is a possibility that he will be part of my project." However, the Spaniard did not want to name any other potential new signings, so as not to destabilize the team. The next candidate is Toni Freija. He announced to Spox and Goal that he wants to back coach Ronald Koeman. Ronald Koeman is the coach. The club needs stability. They held on to Johan Cruyff despite 2 seasons that weren't the best, and then he won 4 championships. While Xavi will get the chance to coach sooner or later, he said the time has not yet come. Unlike for many of his counterparts, Freija doesn't put Messi's retention above all else. "The most important thing about Barca is the club. We don't depend on anyone. Messi has been everything, and he must continue. I want him to continue, but one day he will still have to go. It's not a question that makes me lose sleep." The Catalan-born player also made it clear, "A player who has worn the Real Madrid jersey cannot wear the Barca jersey." If Freija wins, ex-Barca defender Luis Carreras would likely become the new sporting director. The next candidate is Émilie Rousseau, resigned as vice president in April 2020 after corruption allegations. Plans to rename the stadium Camp Nou Leo Messi. Recently attracted attention again and again by promising fans expensive new arrivals, including Erling Haaland and Neymar, if he won the election. The Italian denied to Sport 1 that Rousseau was even in agreement with Haaland's advisor Mino Raiola about the transfer of the Norwegian. About a return of the Brazilian, Rousseau said, "A transfer is currently impossible, but when his contract expires in 2022, they will do everything to sign him. We have been in contact with his advisors and raised the possibility of his return." The next candidate is Javi Villajoana, was part of the board under Bartomeu, in charge of La Masia, among other things. Therefore, the revival of the talent factory is also at the center of the plans of the 47-year-old. Villajoana dreams of half of all players in the squad coming from his own youth in the medium term. Speaking to Cadena Ser, he said, "A player from outside, no matter how good he is, will never surpass a player from within. In 3 or 4 years, 50% of the first team could be made up of players from the youth system." The next candidate is Jordi Faré, organizer of the vote of no confidence. Curiously, every club member who signs his application will receive a free pizza and a Barca tattoo. Should Faré win the race, there is likely to be a change on the coaching bench. However, with Xavi possibly not ready, the businessman says he's working on recruiting world coach Jurgen Klopp. We have spoken to Klopp's entourage. He's a coach we like, a winner with character and discipline. We believe that's what the club needs, the presidential candidate told Spox and Goal. Faré also made a big promise recently. If he becomes president, Messi will extend the next day, he said. The 45-year-old also plans to make Catalonia the new shirt sponsor in the medium term. If Faré has his way, Neymar will also return to northern Spain. The next candidate is Agustí Benedito, running for Barca president for the third time in a row, declared at his presentation, "If we win the election, we will build a new stadium." However, the businessman is also aware of the financial situation of the club, which is why he noted that he wants to reduce labor costs by 40 or 50%. The 56-year-old wants to install Sevilla's Monchi as the new sporting director. "I consider him one of the 3 best in the world. He's my first choice for Barca. If I'm elected and I call him, I'm convinced I can convince him despite the fact that he's a Sevillista." The next candidate is Luis Fernandez Alá. Wants to put more focus back on youth work. Announced at the presentation of his candidacy, "The cornerstone of our project will be La Masia. Central to this," he said, "would be the promotion and retention of talent." Albert Benaij is to be the new head of the youth academy. The 71-year-old already worked at La Masia from 1990 to 2003 and from 2005 to 2011 and is regarded as the discoverer of Gerard Piqué, Andrés Iniesta and Sergio Roberto, among others. The businessman also revealed to Marca his preferred candidate for the bench. "We like Francisco Garcia Pimienta, coach of Barca's second team," editor's note. "We are sure that he will be the new Guardiola." And the last big candidate is Pere Riera, considered a glaring outsider. The 54-year-old wants first and foremost to stabilize the financially troubled club again. "When I become president, I will lift all the rocks so that everyone knows the true economic situation of the club. We will analyze the situation and solve it. We will look for the most profitable and optimal formulas so that Barca becomes a financially transparent club," announced the candidate. If it's up to Riera, instead of expensive new arrivals, there should be more focus on home ground talent again. The Spaniard made it clear, La Masia must be preserved in order not to lose the Blaugrana DNA. These were the candidates of the new FC Barcelona elections. Please tell me, who do you think will win? Who do you think has the best settings? Who do you think has the best view for Barcelona in future term? Thank you for listening to me until now. Please leave a subscribe and a like, I would really appreciate it. I really appreciate every like and every subscribe I can get, every support of you that I get for my content. I plan to always bring you the fastest, latest and most interesting football news, transfers, rumors, statistics, analysis and anecdotes, simply for you to listen to in short videos, so that you never miss anything from the football world again. Thank you very much.